Bitcoin's nearly at all-time highs, Ethereum is going nuts, so what better time to cover more Australian cryptocurrency exchanges? We want to find out which one is the best one for us to be buying our cryptocurrencies in, and today's video I want to look at SwiftX and CoinSpot, two of Australia's most trusted cryptocurrency exchanges. If you've been following the channel for some time, you know I've compared these two exchanges to other crypto exchanges in Australia, so go and check out those videos after this one. But for this video, I really want to dive heavily into the fees and the spreads and liquidities for these exchanges, because I've seen a lot of marketing from CoinSpot, but it hasn't turned out the way that their marketing has said, and I think they've copped some flack for this. So let's dive into those comparisons in today's video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and leave us a like if you find some value from this video. Make sure you hit the bell notification icon so that you can see when new videos come up. I cover everything in the cryptocurrency space and ASX stocks using technical analysis. But for today's video, we're going to compare the exchanges so we know where we can buy our cryptocurrency from. So if you've done your chores of liking the video and hitting subscribe, let's move on with a comparison of CoinSpot and SwiftX. I'm using the same setup that I've used on the previous comparison videos. We're going to go through the fees, spreads, liquidity, transparency, and variety of coins. And I'm adding in a couple of new sections, trust and additional features, just because these platforms have so many extra features on them that I wanted to cover. So let's start with trust. Trust is a quick and simple comparison. I'm just typing the company names into Google, seeing what pops up, and SwiftX, good ratings here, and their reviews are real. Unlike some other exchanges out there, I'm not talking about CoinSpot at this point, but there are some other smaller, dodgier ones, so that's important to look at. The other thing here is they're a member of Blockchain Australia and also FinTech Australia. Now CoinSpot, same deal, they're based in Melbourne, whereas SwiftX is based in Brisbane, so you can see that here in Milton. And then also with CoinSpot, they're a member of Blockchain Australia and Australian FinTech. Moving on from trust, our next stop is fees. Let's have a look at the fees to get your money into the platforms first, and then look at the fees that they charge for you to be able to buy the cryptocurrencies. So straight from the CoinSpot website, Australia's lowest fees, market order 0.1%. And we scroll down, there's market orders here, lowest fee available in Australia. I'll show you how they get to that and why it's not such a great fee. A lot of their advertising has talked about being the lowest and starting from 0.1%. So as long as they're offering 0.1%, they're not really lying in their advertising. It's just misleading, especially if you're trying to trade larger sums of money. Now to the fees for depositing your fiat into the platforms. AUD deposits free for Poly, Pay ID, direct deposits, and they don't charge for other things here. So withdrawals are free. Now for SwiftX, deposits and withdrawals are free up to $100,000, but over $200. So if you're depositing small amounts, there's going to be a $2 fee. The other thing to note here is they have a Forex fee. Now that's only charged as you go into the platform and out of the platform. It's not charged every time you're buying and selling. Now the pros and cons to this are, yes, you have to pay a Forex fee. It is very minor, but the pros to it are, because you're now sitting in US dollars on the platform, is they have better liquidity when it comes to all of their cryptocurrencies. SwiftX also have this little chart on their page, but I'm going to go through these in a little more detail because sometimes they're a bit misleading, especially when it comes to fees and spreads. So far we've figured out that they're basically the same when you're depositing money into the platform. If you're going for small amounts, then you're going to be charged $2 on every 200 or under. So it can be as low as 1% on SwiftX, whereas CoinSpot, it's going to be free. Now let's move on to the fees for purchasing cryptocurrency. I'm going to point out where the misleading point is here from CoinSpot. When we open CoinSpot, we end up at the dashboard, and this is just a few referrals that I have in my account here. Now, to find out how to get the 0.1%, you need to go over to markets, and we're going to use Bitcoin. We're just going to compare Bitcoin today, otherwise we're going to be here forever. So let's use buying one Bitcoin as the example for the 0.1% fee. If we hit buy Bitcoin, we can see that there is the fee right there, $25. Now, are we actually going to buy this one Bitcoin at 25 grand? No, because in the order book, there's only half a Bitcoin selling at $25,111. The rest of your order is going to go and sit on the buy orders and bump these up on this side to be the highest buy at $25,111, because that's what you have in here. If you wanted to do a market order and actually buy 1 Bitcoin now and not wait for the price to come down onto your price, you would have to then go through and buy 1 Bitcoin and add up all of these people that are selling their Bitcoin. Now, 1 Bitcoin is probably going to land you somewhere up around this figure here, 25,800. So you're $700 worse off. Now, if we take a quick look at SwiftX, SwiftX is selling us 1 Bitcoin for 24,491. And we go back, it's still going to be around that 25,800. So nearly $1,000 difference for the 1 Bitcoin just to get you the 0.1%. Now let's try and buy 1 Bitcoin on their market buy, and that's over here at buy sell in the top middle. So we just go across again to Bitcoin. Now we're going to change to Bitcoin, hit 1 Bitcoin, buy now. That's going to show us 1 Bitcoin's $24,800 and the fee is $245. Now, how does that compare to SwiftX at the moment? We hit 1, it's going to cost us $24,461. Instant buy, the fee is $145 and it's going to cost us $24,461. Quick flick back to CoinSpot and $24,800. So the difference is around $330. Even though CoinSpot is saying they have the cheapest fees at 0.1%, when you actually have to go and buy larger quantities, it's actually cheaper on SwiftX. And it's cheaper by a lot on SwiftX. So if we go back to the fees here, I'm giving the fees to SwiftX and CoinSpot, definitely not, because that's a fair amount when you're looking to buy larger quantities. If you're enjoying the comparison video and you're already figuring out which exchange you would like to sign up with, I have the referral links in the description down below for both exchanges. So go and check out CoinSpot and SwiftX down below and continue watching the rest of the comparison video. Next, let's compare the spreads and liquidity. So let's hit up CoinSpot and we're going to use this chart again. Looking at their spreads and liquidity, if I want to buy 1 Bitcoin, I'm going to have to go a little way down the order book, somewhere to around, well, about down here, about $26,000 to get 1 Bitcoin. Now, if I wanted to sell 1 Bitcoin, I'd have to do the same thing again. There's a quarter, another quarter, another quarter and a half. So I have to come down to around 24,000. So the spread for 1 Bitcoin is actually about $2,000, even though the last price was $25,000. So the spread is actually quite bad on CoinSpot's market to get the 0.1% fee if you want to get larger sums of Bitcoin. If you want to go something of a few $100s, maybe a few $1,000s, then there's probably not too much of a difference. There is still about $1,200 between the spread, as you can see here, 25,400 and 24,200. But if we take a look at the buy sell on CoinSpot right here, then we're just going to get a similar sort of price of 1, and that's about 24,600. So it's in the ballpark of both of their markets, even though one of them is cheaper at 0.1% fees and the other one is a 1% fee. Now on to SwiftX. So for SwiftX, we can't see the liquidity like we could on CoinSpot. However, we can type in how much Bitcoin we want. So if we're going for a larger amount again, say 1 Bitcoin, then it's going to show us exactly how much we're going to pay for it. We don't have to go down the order book to find and add up a total of 1 Bitcoin. It's literally going to give us the Bitcoin for 24,500. So it doesn't give us that view straight up, but it does show us it on the ticket before we hit buy. So that's also a pretty nice feature. So comparing our spreads and liquidity, if we're looking at larger sums, say anything over half, maybe 1 Bitcoin, then you definitely have to go with SwiftX because their spread is much better and you can actually get the liquidity. Whereas on CoinSpot, you're not going to get that liquidity using their market at the 0.1%. So really that fee is just a bit of an advertising gimmick. If you're doing smaller transactions, say anything under a couple of $1,000s, then they're kind of similar. But because of the larger sums and the spread and liquidity, I'm going to have to give it to SwiftX. If you are finding value from the video, be sure to leave us a like down below somewhere here. Make that thumbs up arrow, go a different color. It really does go a long way to helping out the channel. Support the content that I'm producing here and just help it get seen more in the YouTube algorithm. So be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Plenty more cryptocurrency, technical analysis, and stock videos coming your way. Let's move on and continue with the comparison. Next comparison is transparency. So I want to start with SwiftX and talk about their deposits and withdrawals. Because we're depositing from Aussie dollars onto the platform, it gets automatically converted to US dollars, and that sits in our account as US dollars. So that's going to fluctuate with the exchange rate of the US versus the Aussie. Not so bad, it's not that big of a deal, and at least we get a whole lot of liquidity on their platform for this feature. Now, it is mentioned on their website that they do this, so they're not hiding it from anyone. I would like to know that my fiat is getting converted to US dollars and just made a little bit clearer on the website. But when you do go to deposit your Aussie dollars into SwiftX, they do mention what the conversion rate's going to be. So I like that part of their transparency. Now, in terms of transparency for CoinSpot, I really have to go harder at this. I think that's just really misleading. The 0.1% market order when there's not as much liquidity to get that 0.1%. So you're really going to be buying at 1%. And I just don't like the feel of trying to get customers on board saying you have a low fee when it's really not the case when you're going to make bigger orders. For transparency, I'm giving it to neither. If I had to lean onto one, I'd say SwiftX. But for now, I think that's okay. Let's leave it as neither and move on to Variety. And Variety is quite an easy and quick one. We do know that both of them have a lot of altcoins. So it's listed under here, crypto assets. SwiftX says 176 plus, CoinSpot 160 plus. I actually think CoinSpot have a few more than that. So maybe SwiftX need to update their website. As for the others, we're not interested in those today, but for these two, we know that both of them have a lot of altcoins that you can trade on both platforms. So for a variety of coins, both of them get a point. Yes, and yes for both exchanges. Now, the last thing is additional features. Features of their platforms, both you can set up self-managed super funds and basically buy your cryptocurrency in your SMSF. Both platforms have a way of buying cryptocurrencies on a recurring basis. However, SwiftX's is nice, clean, simple. You can just scroll down and hit recurring orders, hit new, put in whatever asset you want here. Let's say we get some Aave and I want 100% of the money going into the account going to Aave. I just hit lock. So total money that's going in, I'm going to deposit $30 and it's just going to buy $30 of Aave every time. Nice and easy. As for CoinSpot, they have bundles, but I wouldn't touch any of these. Like, they're just nothing that I want to be involved with, especially things like a Bitcoin bundle. No one purchases Bitcoin gold anymore, and the majority of portfolio is going to be in Bitcoin gold. That's just nonsense. Then you got the top three, Ripple, Ethereum, Bitcoin. And again, the makeup is just bad. The allocation is terrible. Heavy on the XRP, lighter on the Bitcoin. So I wouldn't touch bundles on CoinSpot. Reoccurring is not here either, but I think they have something coming. So overall, I would just go with SwiftX and set up my own reoccurring portfolio. Also on CoinSpot, they have the swap feature. So you can swap any coins that you're holding for a different coin. Problem is the fee is super high. It's about 4% the last time I calculated it, and it's always changing, but it's about that 4, maybe 5%, just depending on the liquidity at the time. Compare that if you were to sell on SwiftX and then buy the coin that you wanted, you're basically paying 0.6% as you sell and then 0.6% when you buy. So 1.2% compared to approximately 4% on CoinSpot. So CoinSwap is great, it's really convenient, but the fee is super high for that convenience. Now, I've had to move the video to the other side because there's one super massive feature for new guys signing up with a cryptocurrency exchange, and this is only on SwiftX. Now, if you come down here to the bottom right-hand corner, they have a little message box. Click that, and you can ask them in live time any questions you have about cryptocurrency, buying, selling, storing, whatever it is you need. And basically they'll talk to you, and they can also call you back. So you can set up a callback even in this sidebar here under help. So in the bottom left here, you can see callback. Click on that. It's going to open the panel up here, and then you can just type in and ask the question and they'll give you a call back. I think at the moment it's about a 5-minute wait time, but that could obviously get a lot busier during the really busy time. So you might be waiting a little bit longer, but no other cryptocurrency exchange offers a callback feature. Sounds like they're keeping it for some time, but this is probably a massive one for guys that are new to the industry. One last thing for new guys, you've got this demo feature here. You can just click that, it's in the top right. Demo off, you're going to be buying cryptocurrency with whatever money you've got in your account. Otherwise, hit demo on. This little yellow and black tape will go across the top of your screen, and that'll tell you that whatever you're doing, you're not going to be penalized for. You could buy whatever you want. You've got a fake account down here. I've got 1,000 Aussie dollars, which is essentially, from quick maths, 10,000 US dollars to play with on the platform and get a feel for your trading with cryptocurrency. That's a feature that I have not seen on other exchanges. So additional features were quite massive. I have to give it to SwiftX. They have the callbacks, they have the live messaging, they have demo accounts. There's just so many extra features there for new guys, and it doesn't seem like the other cryptocurrency exchanges, not just CoinSpot, but there are quite a few others that do not have these features. So check it out if you're new to the scene. SwiftX definitely wins this one hands down. There are some things I do like about CoinSpot, definitely that they've been around a long time. They're the first mover here. They have a lot of variety. I like their interface a little more than I do with SwiftX. So that's definitely a plus if you're also new to the space and you just want something a little bit cleaner without so many things popping up in your face, then that's definitely something to look at. Overall, I would probably learn to use SwiftX if that was a problem with too many pop-ups, but I'd learn to use SwiftX because their fees are so much lower, their spreads are tighter, and they do have the variety of coins that I may want to get somewhere down the track. So for this comparison video, I officially announce SwiftX as the winner when we're comparing them to CoinSpot. I hope you found some value from that comparison video comparing two of Australia's best cryptocurrency exchanges, SwiftX and CoinSpot. If you did, show your thanks and leave a like down here. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can see more videos come out on cryptocurrency, stocks, and technical analysis. SwiftX was my winner out of the two cryptocurrency exchanges, but if you want to sign up with either cryptocurrency exchange, I've got the referral links in the description down below. You can see the one there for SwiftX and also CoinSpot. So go and check those out, sign up with your cryptocurrency exchange of choice. Make sure you do that as soon as possible because when the markets get really busy with the upcoming bull market, it does take some time to sign up. I will mention that SwiftX's sign up process is quite clean and very quick. So make sure you go do that and stick around on the channel for more technical analysis on our favorite cryptocurrencies. Thanks for joining me on this video. I've got a trading course coming up, so check out my website down below, leave your email address there, and I'll let you know when my technical analysis course is coming up. That's it for today. I'll catch you guys at the next video, but until then, have more fun to get more done. Peace out.